Have you seen the selection of cars and trucks? And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, as we begin what looks to be Mardi Gras in the background. That's not all that far off as we go to February.
It ain't. We got that, and then right after that, we got Easter. So.
Oh, you skipped Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah.
You got to get some candy now.
Yeah, that's coming up quick.
It is. All you lovebirds out there. It's what makes Hallmark.
Yeah. I'm anxious to see what our population level does in about 9 months.
Oh, you mean our next election?
No, after this storm, everybody's staying home.
It's going to go up. Yeah. A lot of power outages and well, I'm bored.
So people stayed home.
What do they call it? The baby boomers?
Yeah, so we're going to have a population increase in about 9 months.
That could very well happen there, Odie. Right now, let's check the latest temperature. We're still sitting at 12 degrees with a wind chill of 2 this morning as you begin it. We should hit 41, 43 before the day is over. Lots of different questions about highways and byways. We haven't had any major shutdowns. We still have concern about I-20 East, anywhere east of Meridian coming in or leaving Meridian toward the Bama state line.
Yeah, there was a lot of places that held a lot of ice last night. Yesterday, that the sun really didn't get on, or was an awful lot of water and didn't get completely dried up on the interstate. So as the day went on, vehicles going across it kept it from icing over. But once that traffic started to diminish and then the temperature started to diminish, all that iced back up. And it's a bad road right now.
And as you'll see right there, that little section there, after you go east to Tomb Suba, they're still saying delays right there. And if you look at this is going to be Smith Spur Road after you pass that exit.
Yep.
Right along there, we got some delays there according to that. Highway 80, as you'll see there, coming up on Kewanee Road South. Use caution in that area. And then it has it okay. I know that they were working on putting signs up of use one lane last night because it was so much going on out there, Odie.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to all our friends there at MDOT. We called them, yesterday 4 or 5 times and told them what we needed, where we were at. They were out trying to maintain stuff, and we were calling them to come and help us in another particular area. Besides the fire department, the law enforcement, all of that, MDOT, these guys went over and above dealing with us yesterday, calling for requests to try and get roads back open. So thank you to those guys here local. It was great to have them with us.
It was definitely a team effort on everybody's part. I was going to look for that picture that I put up. Hang on here. I got it.
Harold.
Yeah.
We had one person find Harold. Bob found Harold that I saw. Somebody else may have seen him, just didn't post anything about it.
This is the picture that we put up yesterday. It truly was a thank you to everybody that pitched in there. The Mississippi Highway Patrol. I'm telling you, them boys worked yesterday.
Oh, yeah. We stayed on the interstate most all day. We had a few roads on the outskirts that we went to, but for the most part, we stayed on the interstate all day long.
Back there in the back is Harold.
Yeah.
That's Chief Deputy Barry White's donkey.
Yeah. So if y'all hear us, because people have asked, who in the heck is Harold? That's Harold.
That's the donkey there.
That's the donkey. That's his spare ride. If something goes wrong with his vehicle, he's got that
backup.
That backup. He's sure-footed, so he doesn't slip down as much.
That's right. Get you there no matter what.
Sometime. He'll get you there sometime. It won't be real quick, though.
I briefly mentioned this a while ago as everybody, there's panic in some portions of America about Donald Trump. Whether you like Donald or not, and there are some that love him, there are some that dislike Donald, and it's American. You've got that right, but you got to give Donald the credit of he's endured probably more than any other man that I've ever seen of it coming at him from even the people that pretended to like him for a while was trying to cut him.
Oh yeah,
because he doesn't owe them anything, or he didn't at the time,
and he still doesn't. He still says, no, this is me. If you vote for me, I appreciate it, but I'm not going to take your money. You're not going to come to me and say, hey, you remember when I did this for you? He's not that kind of person. He's one of those that says, I'm going to do what I believe is right. I'm going to do what makes America great. I'm going to do this on my own without having these large companies or these rich individuals saying, hey, I own you.
But if you're friends with him, they're coming after you. They're going to try to find something on you to take you down, and that's just the way all that stuff works there. But at the end of the day, he did right of not ever attending any of these made-up political, what were they?
Well, here's the thing.
Panel where they all got together and screamed at one another.
Yeah, the debate.
Yeah, it wasn't a debate.
When you have a Republican debate, that should be held on a Republican format and overseen by Republican Party members. When you have a Democrat debate, it should be on a Democrat platform, hosted by Democrat people.
Well, they know the stance of what you're after.
Yeah, so they want to know about you. You've had Democrat platforms with Democrat leadership hosting a Republican debate. Do y'all not see a problem with that?
But Odie is the greatest line. I know that I remember Reagan that time where they brought up that thing about the guy saying he was too old, and he goes, hang on, I don't hold it against him that he does not have the knowledge that I do and experience. And it was great. Yeah. But is not the line from a presidential debate only Rosie O'Donnell? Is that not the greatest?
Well, you know, when you brought Reagan up, Reagan did. He showed up at a county fair, and they said, "Well, you know, this is a Democrat Party area, and you came here to do a Republican speech." He said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, if you want to, you can stand on top of that pile of manure so you can talk to everybody at once." And he said, "Okay." So Ronald Reagan got up there and said, "This is the first time I've ever stood on a Democrat platform to give a Republican speech."
He's got more of this. More of this. On the way, we're going to get into the breakdown of what we know about roads and start talking about what went on yesterday. We had so many. Fortunately, overnight, they weaned off. We had one or two, but nothing major. And let's hope it holds steady to that this morning. We'll be right back. Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 14. J&J Tire and Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian. Welcome back. I couldn't help but notice my old classmate, Stacy Swain. She's married, and I got a new last name that says Holt. She says Zero in Iuka. Well, I beg to differ with you, Stacy. Let's go to radar and just really look at what's going on in Iuka, Mississippi, because it's colder than you think.
Yeah, your temperature is broke at zero.
-4 degrees in Iuka, Mississippi. That's as close to Tennessee as you can get in Alabama. All right there.
And you can keep that up there.
Whew. Have mercy, that's cold. As we look at all of this area up there, -9 in Farmington, Mississippi. I don't even want to visit y'all.
No.
Let's go up here north of Ripley. We got a -9 in Mount Mora. Also, let's see, Lamar, Mississippi is 1. You know, you don't typically see these in Mississippi.
I bet we broke some records.
Pine Flat, Mississippi is a -8.
Good gravy.
And we got 4 there in Waterloo, Alabama. Stonewall Jackson wrote a song about that, you know. Where were you? -8 in Maddox, Tennessee. So we've got extremely cold temperatures as we see this moving. You know, we may even be colder up here than these folks. Let's just see what's going on in Bismarck.
It's just 4.
4.
Not negative, just 4.
So Mississippi's got y'all beat.
So they're 8 degrees warmer than we are.
I
still don't want to move there.
No, I'm not going to plan on visiting y'all for nothing because y'all don't know when to let it off of it. We do know how to let off the gas in Mississippi.
Yeah. Y'all keep y'all snow around for a while.
It'll be 80. Now, to my knowledge, this is still closed till about, what is it, about 10 a.m. this morning?
Well, supposedly that was opened up last night. Don't know, but what we were given was information that was going to close it till today. So I haven't heard anything different.
This is the hill by Popeyes coming into North Hill Street.
Yeah.
That little hill there as you crest into North Hills there by the old, wasn't it an old post office years ago there?
There's a fire station there. Fire station number 7.
Okay. All right. Yep. So y'all be careful in those areas there. Possibly open now. Overnight, we did have tragedy that broke out. This would be in the West Lauderdale area. Pine Springs Road, as we had a home fire breakout, and as you can see, fully engulfed there.
Yeah, that was terrible. It was a great response. Bailey Martin and Northeast was able to get that extinguished.
Look at that major damage to that home there.
Yeah.
I want to say as usual, the American Red Cross came out to help in a situation like that last night. What do you do in 12 degrees to go when most everything that you've got is either burned or beyond usable at that point?
Yeah, it's tough. Bailey, Collinsville, and Martin. I'm sorry. Collinsville, they went. A great response, great teamwork by all. But prayers for that family. And if we hear of... Oops. And if we hear of any information regarding the family and some needs, we'll make sure we get that out.
We had a small minor accident last night after dark on Gumlog Road. This also in the Bailey area. As we look at the road there, that as it splits here, up by the church there, we had a one vehicle accident. We don't know the extent of the injuries, but they did go there, and it was an incident there. So,
yeah,
thinking of those that were involved in that, it was a lot of one car incidents.
It was a lot of roads that had a long straightaway that was ice free, but then you turned around and going around a curve, or right before you entered that curve, you got into some ice patches, and that's when it was too late to start slowing down and turning in. And a lot of these ice patches is what caused these little small wrecks.
And this is a road that is known to have issues on it. As we go to Minnebucket Road, this was the scene there yesterday as a Mustang. If you'll see that's ice there. Put somebody right off in the ditch there. That was an all too common event yesterday throughout the area, as we have more and more of those happen yesterday. Now, we have to say Jerome, I guess Jerome is watching this morning. His son, I think, might have been involved in this as we go out to Mississippi Highway Patrol on the scene of an accident.
Man.
Another vehicle loses control, Odie, and the worst would happen. And what's fortunate about this is he wasn't in his car. He was somewhere else on scene, and here is what we've got there. State trooper car totally destroyed by a rig that lost control.
Yeah, luckily Lord had his hands on that and was not in that vehicle. So glad that happened. What that noise you just heard was, we've now got mile marker 160 eastbound, which is about where this icy patch out that way towards Tomb Suba, right at Russell. 18-wheeler fire. So y'all be careful. Eastbound, that's leaving here going towards Alabama.
It's going to be Russell area.
So going to be Russell 160. So there is an 18-wheeler that's on fire. Now it depends on where it's at and how hard it's going to be to get fire apparatus to it.
Let's do this. Let me see if I can get this pulled up and show this for everybody. Let me hit this. This is a good way to show here where this stuff is. Let me get this pulled up, and I'll show you, because I get all asked, what about mile markers? I don't quite understand them. Let's go here, Odie, and show everybody how this works. And here we go. Here's mile marker 160 right there, as you'll zoom in on this. And this is going to be near Smith Spur Road. Is that right? Yep. Harper Road.
Harper Road. So, and I don't think there's a on-off at Harper. If I'm
no,
not
it's
mistaken.
not.
Nope.
No, it goes right past it, right there. So emergency officials will be coming back here from this interchange here at the 157, going down.
Probably have to contraflow.
We're right there.
If you can get off of this and hit Highway 80, be careful, because 80 may have a little bit of ice on the road, so you've got to be very careful going in there.
So this is right before you get to the truck stop is where this is happened at.
Yeah.
Here's 160 right down here, and then there's the truck stop coming up at 161, the exit. Here's the wreck here, and there it is there. So the emergency officials will come down either way on this. Is it east or westbound?
It's eastbound, so it's headed up
on this
towards Alabama. Side. Yeah, so they may have to contraflow back with the amount of traffic that's probably backing up pretty heavy right now.
Yeah, so that gives you a general idea of where these things happen at, and that's how when I'm told mile marker, whatever, that's how I find where the wreck is. I'll pull that up real quick.
Where'd that be at?
Yeah, and it's always a lot of questions on that. It starts at 0 at Vicksburg and goes to 172 at the Alabama line. So the higher the number, the closer to Alabama. The lower the number, the closer to Vicksburg. If that makes any sense.
Straight across.
Yeah. All right. Let's, as we begin here, this morning, everything has been good so far. No major things going on. We did have a structure fire within the city limits of Meridian last night. Also, Odie, as we pull this up, this would be in the 2400 block of 45th Avenue. Now, not only did the house catch on fire, but a car in the driveway as well caught on fire.
Wow.
No word yet on needs of that either. But as we see these cold temperatures, this is just not the time for this to happen.
No, it's not. And just continue to say your prayers to be with everybody. They definitely need them at this time.
No, without a doubt there. Let's see what else is going on here in the neighborhood as we look here. We've shown that. Let me go over here.
Well, well, I'm not going to do. We'll that'll be covered.
What's that?
We'll get there.
Okay. All right.
I don't want to bring that in too soon.
All right. Rollover accident at mile marker 161. This got reported twice because simply they ran out of wreckers. There wasn't. It was a data for hay in the wrecker business yesterday is all over the area. But at mile marker 161, this was reported twice of happening.
Yeah.
A minivan or a van rolled over and it had to be left because, well, they just couldn't get to it.
There was so much going. Every wrecker service in this area was nonstop yesterday.
Now, as we bring that up, let me get you to explain this because there wasn't a lot of information put out on it. But the hill going up Highway 45 to the Evangel Temple, I got a picture of a car that we're going to show. But after you made the crest and you're looking at the Evangel Temple from there to Highway 45 bypass, it was some situations there, wasn't it?
There was a little bit of ice patch on there. It was passable because a lot of that is a straightaway. Jimmy Rogers, you know where I'm talking about, on Jimmy Rogers Parkway?
Yeah.
Where it crosses the interstate did not get used a lot, and it was thick on ice. But on down 145 from the Evangel Temple, that's a heavy traveled road, and it stayed pretty much passable, we'll say. It was a big truck at the bottom of the hill that couldn't make it back up, and that was a huge part on the interstate yesterday, is trying to get trucks over these hills that was causing backups, causing wrecks. The ice caused a lot of wrecks, but just the whole situation, you've got to have situational awareness when you drive.
Well, here's another example, that mile marker 169 in the same area, that 7-8 mile stretch. We had a driver stuck, couldn't get out, and he wasn't hurt, but but he couldn't get out of the truck. It had mangled it so bad. And emergency officials swept to the scene to help. I don't even know if these guys got much to eat yesterday. They didn't have time to go anywhere.
There was no time to go anywhere. Once you got almost finished with one scene, another call came out. So you're jumping and going back to this call, and you couldn't rush. You had to drive slow and take it easy to make sure you even got there.
That's right.
It was squirrely at times, I'll say.
As we bring up the Evangel Temple Hill, or the White Castle, as we all know where that used to be, let me show you. This was the car, and it also had to be left for a little while because it was late in the afternoon before they went back and got this. But here's a car that was off in the ditch, and you go, well, that doesn't look too bad, does it? Until you go to the other side.
Yeah.
And had somebody been in that, they could have been hurt fairly bad.
Yeah.
Always remember this hill when we get icy conditions to avoid that 22nd Avenue, dropping out of Meridian, going up the hill to the Evangel Temple. Go down, go to the bypass, do something. It's slick and it's straight. Thought you might want to know that.
Learn different routes to get to your work, your home, to the grocery store. Always have a backup route, if not 2 or 3 of them, because there's times that you may need to think about your route. And if it takes a big hill or something, we've got this weather, already have a plan of where you're going to go and how you're going to get there.
Yeah. You'd be shocked by the many people that go, well, I don't know any other way. They travel one way back and forth and just don't know. We'll be right back as we get this day underway.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn. Just got a message from Jasper County of people coming that way to Meridian. Everything so far good on the highways.
Good deal.
That makes you feel a little bit better. We had a Center Hill Road yesterday. We had a little fender bender. A car upside down. Oof. Common thing yesterday. Here's a long distance picture of taking a look at that, and we get here, you can see a little bit more there, but that's the car there sideways, Odie.
Ooh, laying on its side.
And the great thing that we can report this morning, there's bound to be some sore people that don't feel great, have a headache today, but there's nobody that we're saying condolences to. Not that I'm aware of anywhere in the neighborhoods.
Yeah, I haven't heard of any reports of death on our roads. That is awesome. A lot of tore up vehicles, but there we go. It's another testament to God keeping his hands on us throughout this whole storm.
Good morning to Deborah Collins. We appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. What if you were getting a truck vehicle delivered? Well,
it's not going to be there on time.
But if you will look at this, let me show you here. Look hard at this picture. And this trooper was almost hit also. You'll see that this rear-ended that, and each one of these cars shot forward. So every car that's on this hauler has damage. Here's a different angle to take a look at that. See the back of that car? It went into that car and then that. And each one of them rear-ended the car in front of it on the trailer.
You could probably get a discount today.
I'm thinking you're probably right there. As is.
As is. Come get it.
As we look at how was it if you didn't have a snack with you? And we always joke about that. Oh, I have a little bag with snacks. Probably only 2% of the Americans ever do this, but this is why.
Yeah.
This was all the way to Meridian. Bumper to bumper for hours.
I've got, we put some beef jerky in there yesterday. I made some peanut brittle.
You didn't share, did you?
I've got it in the truck. I'll bring something.
You know, I'm a peanut brittle freak.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, I'm a freak. Michelle McAvain,
Well.
where is she this morning? She works here in town, up at what's the Atlas Roofing, and she used to be my crack dealer. her church, her church used to make peanut brittle, and it didn't matter what it cost. I had to go buy from her every day. Those and it's a Clarkdale church that made that out in that community, and I don't remember the name of it. But honey, let me tell you, those ladies could make some peanut brittle.
Yeah,
It's the best stuff ever made. Yeah, can't get enough of peanut brittle. Hey, it was so cold in Livingston, Alabama. Even the cows wanted a blanket yesterday. Closer look there at all the cows there. And I'm telling you, you don't think about your livestock, but make sure that they got plenty of hay. You got stuff in the barn, things so you can shelter in when they need it.
Just get in out of the wind. I mean, even Barry rode his to Lauderdale County.
That's right. As we look here, here's another car that, what happened there? Let's go back here. I don't know what I've done, Odie. Here it is. Here is the scene here of a car that, it got rear-ended. This was an all too often occurrence. See that? Major damage there. And there will be more up here in the ditch in front of that. I don't know what he's doing over there getting a snack, but that's what it looks like. But just one end to the other, we had this damage here. Let's look at this coming in. This is the picture that I showed you just a moment ago. That was out there near Russell. Well, here's the front of the line.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, there was just nowhere to go.
No, you're stuck. This was ice had built up so much on these bridges going right by New South Ford that trucks couldn't make it up and over. So that was one of the places that we had MDOT come out and put stuff out on the roads to try and get them to where they can make it.
But, you know, it's always said, well, never let your car get below a half a gallon, a half a tank. This is why you don't. You don't know how long you're going to be sitting somewhere.
And you don't want to cut that engine off.
Yeah, these two over here, is that the highway patrol? Or is that just two?
I think that's just them out talking.
Okay.
They figured we might as well stretch our legs.
Yeah, there's somebody else down there getting a little stretch.
Yeah. So, all right, no fire at the 160.
That's
Russell
good.
has been out and about. They can't even find a truck stop that's smoking anyway.
Kind of a false report.
Yeah.
And I don't understand, but there have been over the last month or so a couple of false reports called in. And why you do that, I don't know. Do people get thrills out of that, Odie?
They do. They like to see the trucks going en route, the people getting out and about trying to go help other people. And the thing is when these vehicles go en route, they're putting everybody's life in danger that they pass, that they come in contact with on the road, because someone wants to play a game or a false report. If you want to call in a fire because you think there's a fire and then you find out it's not, call back and say, hey, never mind, I made a mistake, there's no fire, so you can disregard everybody that's coming your way. But yeah, that's one of my pet peeves, all these false calls.
Now, before I show this picture, Swift is not written on this truck anywhere. I know there's one joke after another about the Swift driver. This is not. It's just a normal 18-wheeler with rider written on the side of it.
Yeah.
Off in the ditch it went. The boys get picked on a lot, don't they?
Yes, they do. Poor old Swift drivers.
Let's see what else we had go on yesterday as we look at this. This is what you need to be careful of. And there's a lot of people that I didn't go anywhere yesterday. I made sure I was here to follow all the stories that were going on. All of that wet stuff, that's what causes, you'll see that ice there?
Yep.
Boom. Keep it in mind when you're out and about. When this is not the last time we will have this, is the reason I keep reiterating all of this over and over and over. Even in Philadelphia, now this is bad. Somebody got cold yesterday.
Yeah, burr.
Well, I spoke Eric Clark and the gang there. You just couldn't get, even the gas man couldn't get to you.
We call that the pucker factor.
Yeah. That is not a good one to be driving with it slide.
No.
What are those trucks? Those trucks weigh a lot, don't they?
Oh, yeah. I don't know the actual tonnage, but yeah, they're pretty doggone heavy.
Something to think on there. But Neshoba County had a bunch of those. And as you look at this, keep in mind when we say rural route, this is what I consider a rural route here.
Yeah.
It's not a major highway, and they're slick. Even this morning, it's going to be roads like that. So
That's going to be the black ice.
Yeah.
That you can't see.
Let's see what else we got here. Here was an example of even the mail lady. Where is it? Here it is. Poor mail lady.
slip sliding away.
Evangel Temple Hill.
Ooh, but she's a going.
Come rain, come sleet. What was that other word?
Nor rain, nor sleet, nor snow, nor ice.
Or,
something like that.
Or Bernie will
Or
keep us from
Bernie.
delivering the mail.
Yeah.
This was captured yesterday of a wreck, and you
Yeah.
don't see these in Meridian very often. So we thought we would share this with you. You ever seen one of those Telsa? Or no, I'm pronouncing it wrong. How do you say that word? Tesla pickup trucks.
Yeah.
Well, here's one in Meridian, Mississippi. Look at that.
Yeah.
Is that not ugly?
And you can't put nothing in the back, I don't guess.
But I will say
don't know.
this: the testing that don't those things have bulletproof windows in it? It might be the wave of the future. I'm almost
Maybe they won't. That's why we're going to do some stuff here in Mississippi.
testing. If I am not mistaken, Odie, those are. I want to say that Elon took it out and they done some examples of what it would take. And eventually that will probably become something to every car on down the road. It's not going to be next week. Comes with bulletproof windows.
Like air conditioners, AM, FM radios, and automatic windows.
Yep. And eventually they will make something that is tougher than we have to where a bullet won't penetrate a vehicle.
Yeah.
Now, all of that sounds great, but what does that mean? Well, you just gave an armored tank to a criminal. Mm-hmm. That is like the artificial intelligence. It is so wonderful what it can do for mankind, but then the other side of the coin is the criminal activity that people do with good technology.
Yeah, you've got to limit the use.
And I don't know the answer to that.
I don't either.
But it's a bunch of that. This artificial intelligence, they'll be able to take your voice, call people, and ask for things.
And already doing that.
Ransom.
They're calling mamas and daddies and having the child's voice on there going, hey, I'm in trouble. I've been kidnapped and I need $1,000 sent to me. Come on, mama. And then they go send $1,000. And next thing you know, the daughter calls, hey, what are you doing? Are you okay? Well, yeah, I've been in class. What do you mean?
That's
you
right.
weren't kidnapped? No, I've been in school.
And that is happening nationwide.
Man, I tell you, it's terrible.
And so what we're telling you that is if you've got anything that you use voice recognition to get into, things like that, you got trouble coming.
Yeah, because that code is no longer going to be safe.
I read something the other day, and I quit reading after the first couple lines where they were trying to say some scientists said that we don't have unique fingerprints. If that were true, every case that's ever been convicted of a criminal that they use this would have to be overturned. Hop Sing on Bonanza discovered that, and I'm sticking to that.
Well, here we'd have already run into at least two people with the same fingerprint.
Yeah. So I'm not don't believe everything that you see there. I'm staying away from that. Now next week could be something out, and I'll go front row.
Yeah, but it won't be that.
Yeah. We'll be right back as we go back to take a look on this day in history. Y'all don't rush off. As the seasons change, so do your clothes. And Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Habo shirts, long and short sleeve. Also Hulk shirts. And America's favorite brand, Carhartt. Whether you need work pants or slacks for church. And nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need. From box to lacrosse, they have the boot for you. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. If it's crossed your mind about a new tractor, visit my friends at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 here in Collinsville. They got any style, any size that you're looking for. And right now, you can take advantage of getting a new tractor, a trailer, and a bush hog, all for $31,000, 0% interest for 84 months. Yeah, 0% for 84 months. Also, a great service department to work on any tractor that you have. From bush hogs, disc, and tillers, see it all at Freeman Tractor, Highway 494 in Collinsville. Welcome back. I thought we would take a look back at Kemper County before we went here. Still about 700 without power in Kemper County as we go here to take a look at EMEPA this morning. 651 here is what we're showing.
But they're working, and they've gotten a chunk back on.
Yeah.
So if you're in that area that don't have power right now, don't worry. They are working on it. They're going to get it as quick as possible.
They've cut this in half. It was right at 1,200 people just a few moments ago. So we're down to 650, 651 there as the MEPA works behind the scenes to take care of all of this.
You think it's cold on the ground? Get up on top of that pole.
I don't even want to think about that. In a bucket?
And these guys is out there working, and it doesn't matter if it starts raining. They're going to be out there working.
That's right.
Bless your power company team members today, and every time you see them, give them a thank you.
That's right. As we go back in time, we'll go back to one of the biggest outlaws there ever was. He was one of those that he could just say it, and he had 25 people that jumped to carry out the orders. Who are we talking? And it would be a technicality that put him in prison, like taxes.
Yeah, something that it shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that. Al Capone was born on this day in 1899. And if I am not mistaken, when they confiscated all of his stuff, one of his cars was taken. Didn't they use that as one of the first presidential armored cars, his car, and give it to the president to use?
I don't know.
I lean toward that.
Huh.
Because he had bad guys that wanted him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I know they never found his safe.
No, they did not, did they?
Well, they found a vault. There wasn't nothing in it.
Geraldo's still waiting on that one, though. This girl was just absolutely gorgeous, and we lost her not long ago. She brought laughter to many of you. She went on USO trips to entertain soldiers. Who are we talking about? The young lady named Betty White.
Yes, everybody knows who she is, and she was hilarious. Definitely came and made all of us smile. But she had an awesome life.
She did. And boy, did she play those parts of being clueless really good. Yeah. You could never listen to CNN without knowing this voice. And he even made a remark later on that he didn't even remember doing it. But you've all heard the slogan, "This is CNN." Well, that was this guy named James Earl Jones. You'll remember him from Field of Dreams and so many other movies that he played the parts in.
Darth Vader.
I'd forgotten about that.
He is a Mississippi boy.
Really?
Yes, sir, Bob.
I didn't know James Earl was from here.
Yep.
Huh. Well, I learned something.
Yeah. Did the voice of Darth Vader. They have a huge thing about him at the Max with the Darth Vader mask and all that. But he is a Mississippian.
Well, I'm learning. Let's see here. This guy, I don't know what his original name was, but he changed it to this later. Did you?
Cassius? No, it wasn't.
Cassius Clay. He would later change it after he took up a new religion to Muhammad Ali, as some say is the greatest fighter there ever was.
Move like a butterfly and sting like a bee.
Nobody's tougher than Muhammad Ali.
That's it.
Or was it faster? One of those two.
One of them.
Tammy Lee, where are you? I think of you every time I hear that. She knows what I'm talking about. 1942. We brought up this old girl not long ago. This was the day that anybody remember watching this as a kid?
They do.
Yeah, Porky's.
Yeah.
The coach. Yep, she was born on this day. Her name was Nancy Parsons. I don't recall that she was anything else ever again, but she did play that part quite well. It just kind of fit in. This guy never understood a single word he ever said on the TV show. I can almost picture Greg interviewing him.
He'd be a good interviewer for this guy.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember this guy, Andy Kaufman? He was on Taxi. I think he was the mechanic on there.
Maybe so. He's played on a few different things. Never somebody that I really got into as watching as an actor.
Yeah, you're not going to see him anymore. He's passed away.
Yeah, he's not here anymore.
But Taxi is where you'll probably remember that from. 1953, this unveiled Chevrolet opened up the line. Wow. At the end of it, this popped out. And people would go nuts over it today. Today, it costs over $100,000 to get you one.
And they're still going crazy.
Yes, they are. The 53 Corvette was unveiled.
Didn't Ferris crash one of those?
That was a Ferrari, wasn't it? I think that was a Ferrari.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so. They put the wheels up, tried to run it backwards.
Yeah, that's it.
Just a thought there. This guy, this guy first came out, he had a bunch of big hits. One of the first albums that sold 6 million copies in country music. We would later learn that, well, he didn't represent what, well, we'll just put it at that. Steve Earle, Guitar Town, you'll know him from that. He's been to prison a few times, and he's sang a couple of songs about Mississippi that he doesn't like us. It's okay. Not all of us like you either.
I think to say that goes both ways.
Now, was his music in the early days good? Yeah, I read the autobiography on that when they were recording music. And I thought, yep, you're not my kind of guy. 1957, this guy is funny.
He is hilarious.
And to hear his story of where he started and had no money, he had absolute down to $5.
He was adopted. Didn't let that stop him.
No.
And he pushed forward, and look at what he's got now.
Yeah.
And now, what is his tie with Mississippi?
I don't know.
I can't remember what he's got a tie into Mississippi. But anyway.
Third cousin?
Could be. Yours?
And outside of that little boo-boo of announcing the wrong winner of that ladies' pageant at that time, everything's been great. You know, that would be, but that couldn't have been his fault. Didn't somebody put it on a piece of paper?
Yeah,
and hand it to him?
he just read it.
And he still gets blamed. But that would be downright embarrassing. I've never been a big fan of this guy either. He just wasn't my kind of funny. Did you like him?
He's got some of his movies that are funny.
The movie that was Liar, where he couldn't tell a lie.
Liar.
He was a lawyer and had to tell the truth. That one I liked.
That was pretty good. With
Jim
his son
Carrey.
Max. Yeah.
Yeah, those Ace Ventura things were just not my kind of funny.
You know, he chased his wife down on that airplane with that ladder truck.
Which movie was
In
that
Liar,
from?
Liar. She was leaving town with her
I
new
forgot about that
boyfriend,
scene.
and he was chasing her down with that ladder truck.
She didn't want him, did she?
They got back together.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, movie spoiler. I forgot the ending.
Greg would have been happy. I think it was snowing too, Greg. It just wasn't Christmas time.
They say this guy is one, I've never met him, but I've always heard great things about him of being such a Christian, no matter where he goes and what he does. Well outspoken in the Christian community. You'll remember him from a TV show called The Cosby Show. He was the husband of the liberal girl on there.
Yep.
And this guy right here, he is extremely nice. His name is Joseph Phillips, born in 1962 on this day.
He looks familiar.
I don't know. He's been in other
also
movies.
on General Hospital. I know I didn't know him from that because that's something I don't watch. But
In hiding. Oh, he goes to his phone and watches General Hospital. I'll info you there.
Yeah.
As we go back, 1975, this would premiere, and later on, he would be tried for the same thing that he fought for every day in the streets.
Yeah.
Don't do the crime unless you can do the time. Beretta.
Killed his wife.
Boy. That was something else. This was awful. I write the songs that makes the whole world cry.
Yeah,
Is that what it's?
I can't remember.
There's bound to be at least one person that's going to go, oh, that's my man. Not many, but there's going to be somebody out there. Is a Barry Manilow concert happened somewhere today in 76.
It went #1, so somebody enjoyed it.
I'll write the songs. We just used to refer to him as Old Big Nose there. He's got another song out. I can't remember. What was his other songs? Do you remember?
Now, you know I don't know songs and
Well, I'm pulling for you.
stuff. One of these, that's why I've got Amy.
All right. Well, back in 81, I knew this one, and I knew it well. I love a rainy night.
Yeah,
Such
I
a
know
beautiful night. As Eddie Rabbitt had the #1 song in America. Whew, it was good stuff there for you.
Yeah.
He would be appearing on Solid Gold Saturday night, making everybody in country music mad. Stop him. Don't let him do that. You can't do that. Well, he wrote a song for Elvis. You can do what you want.
That's right.
1971, this guy, if he were to actually sing, it would be incredible because his voice is really that good. He's done a few things that were country, but then he'll get into his rapping that loses me. As a singer, he is wonderful, but you got to give him thumbs up. He's done it his way, and he's made well. As we go back for The Kid.
Yeah. He's one of those that made his own way.
Oh, yeah.
He came up doing it from scratch. And he doesn't owe anybody anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he doesn't have to play by their rules. He's playing by his rules.
That without a doubt. 1986, this old girl would join something called the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah.
Took them a little while to catch on, but Reba, as she hit it, she became a Grand Ole Opry star on this day back in 86. Now, this is something in 1994 that would change everybody's nighttime viewership of TV, because that's all they would talk about. And then you'd have everybody suing everybody and dragging people in court. At the end of the day, did they do anything? Nope. We can tell you how the story ends, but it was 1994 that this happened. She was a beautiful girl.
She was from the front. Now, she turned sideways.
That's true. That's true. But yet again, as Hillary fired up the war room to destroy anybody that said a single word, that's all they did all day is dig up dirt on people that might have even said that Bill hit on them.
There's people not here today because of that.
That's true. I've heard that. What am I going to do about you? Well, Reba had a #1 song also in 87. You remember that one? That was back in the short hair days.
And I'm glad she got rid of that haircut.
Yeah. That was not her best look,
That's
was
not
it?
her. Not at all.
We're all used to the long hair that Reba's got.
Yeah.
Just to see you smile. Anybody remember that? Jim McGraw, 1998, a big hit for him. I'm going to say that that's been photoshopped over there.
Oh, yeah.
Got a filter.
Yeah. Yeah. At least he doesn't have those duck lips.
Yeah. Do you think anything ever went on behind the scenes? Because they sure did flirt a lot with each other on this TV show. She was always going down there trying to buy some meat.
Yeah. Yeah. Sam had it going on now with Alice.
2008, John Melvin passed away. And if you remember, this is the episode where Barney was scared of him because he told him as soon as he took off that uniform, he was going to whoop him. You remember that?
Yeah.
And he wouldn't take it off. He wore it to bed. And Andy finally forced him to become a man on that episode.
Oh, Sam.
He was also played in Archie Bunker a good bit. He was in a lot of the Brady Bunch. He appeared on there. So it goes on and on.
That was his main one, I believe, is Sam the Butcher on the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
You know.
And I saw him play the butcher in a lot of other shows.
Well, maybe he was just good at the meat market.
Yeah. Did he also do it that time to where, no, Aunt B bought that meat from somebody else to where she didn't buy it from her butcher and went out of town and got the deal?
Yeah. What was that?
Do you remember the episode?
I remember that, but I can't remember.
Anyway, 740-ish, getting on up there. I can't
Talk
read.
about this day in history. Christy Ming's got a birthday today.
Does she? How old is she?
Yeah, she didn't post, so I'm not
She
going to
didn't
say.
tell. You got a good idea. Odie's holding out on us. He knows. I think he gets payments under the table not to tell ages.
She's in the 29 club.
There you go. If you've got a birthday, let us know. If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel.
Health Now is your locally owned medical equipment store. Every person's need is a little different, and they offer a little bit of everything from hospital beds, wheelchairs, reclining back wheelchairs, breathing treatments, CPAPs and supplies. They even have walkers, bath products, and oxygen. And the great thing about Health Now is they offer same-day service. They're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and on call 24/7. Health Now Medical Equipment, where we treat our patients like family.
Welcome back. Let's take a minute and talk about our friends. You've heard us mention these folks before. Why? Well, they're good at what they do. Snowden & Company Real Estate. A new year, maybe a new turnaround for you if you're looking for a particular home. Well, they do so much for you there at Snowden & Company. Talk to her. She'll help you out. Amanda, we've known her forever. If it's a dream home you're looking for or anything, they've got so many folks that'll help you there. There's for sale signs. Maybe it's this style home that you're looking for. Fit several folks up in there, can't you?
Oh, I tell you, it's nice to know there's a company out there that all you've got to do is call them up, tell them what you're wanting. They do all the work. They do the paperwork. They find the house for you. They check in to make sure everything's working correctly. All you do is go visit the house, look and say, that's what I want. Sign the paperwork, and it's done. And I tell you, her and her staff will take care of you the entire way you're dealing with that process.
It is. You can visit them online. Here's the way. Here's you look at their Facebook page right there. They got all types of land and different things that you can take a look at. Call them at 453-3937. They'll be glad to come and run it and help you as well.
Yeah, that's it.
Morning getting underway. Let's see what else is going on here. There's a lot of things on the local side that we hadn't got to, Odie, this morning. So far, I haven't gotten any reports of a road that is just where you cannot travel. So just use extra caution as you go along. All right, let's see here.
I know you might not want to touch on that because it's one of them.
But we want to say thank you to the people that watch this, Odie, because we have reached a milestone as you go into this. Let me scroll down here as we put this up last night. I can't say thank you enough for everybody that follows us. And as we crossed over, where is that thing at? It's here. It's here somewhere.
It's there somewhere.
There it is. As we hit this last night, 75,000 people. And this is just on the Facebook side. We have many followers on the other platforms that watch us.
Yeah,
we can't
YouTube is growing. TikTok is growing. And it's brand new. All these other platforms are growing. And that's just right here on Facebook. Go back another page. Or, I mean, not another page, but hit the go back button and see if that was...
What you trying to find there? Up here? The black eyes?
Hit your go back arrow up there.
Let's see.
You can do that one. There you go. That right there.
Oh, yeah, 1.4 million people.
Yeah. So we're only halfway through this. Over 2 million people are interacting with the Scotty Ray report. 75,000 followers. Over 2 million reactions from the public. That is numbers. That is only Facebook. It doesn't count the other forms that you've built because you tell the truth, you tell what's going on, you tell the public what they need to hear, and you keep everybody informed. And I just want to say thank you.
Well, I appreciate it, but you're a huge part of this.
Well, I just can't fit right in, that's all.
You fell up in here with us. And it is all about the people that what we do. We try to tell it down the middle. We don't add anything or take away. We just tell the facts, and then, well, you decide what you want to take it as. It's up to you from there.
And we talk about God.
Yep. That is the reason to success, without a doubt, is having a little Jesus in your life. He's blessed us many times over, and we can't say thank you enough to every one of y'all who make this what it is.
Yeah.
We say thank you. What else here? We got something huge coming to the state of Mississippi, as we will have 2,000 jobs coming. This was released yesterday. I got wind of it, and by the time I got the wind and started typing, I got another thing that says this already happened. They're going to be taking this over. Governor Reeves is going to be putting this 2,000 jobs possibly moving in, $2.5 billion corporate investment.
Yeah, but this isn't one of those little beef farm measures. This isn't a loblolly project. This is it's a state of the art facility,
and it will be making batteries, is what it will be.
Yeah, most possibly for Tesla, maybe.
Could be.
I don't agree with the whole shut down gas burning cars to develop nothing but battery operated vehicles, but I do see a place for electric cars.
Oh yeah.
And why not bring stuff like that here? I think it's going to be great for the state. That is a growing technology, so why not be part of it?
As we talk about miracles, let's just show you a miracle, and I think you'll see what we mean by that. No one hurt in this. Can you believe that?
Those rolls of paper are extremely heavy, and that's what caused the majority of this damage. All that weight shifted. He is very lucky that he didn't sustain any other injuries from this. But, man, I tell you, sliding off the road and I can't remember what all was involved in that particular wreck.
But as we look at this, here's another view at this, Odie. Look at that. Wow, oh, wow, oh, wow. And you're right, that's heavy. Those things slide.
Yeah.
Everywhere there as they try to recover that and pick everything back up. I did get a report there of people that are coming into town saying that they are seeing spots of ice, but still travelable. Everybody's okay. Just drive a little bit slower and you should be fine. Nothing backing up at this point. That's good. Here's another vehicle that we didn't show that was overturned on the side of the road. It was just a common factor yesterday, wasn't it?
It was the 130, the 129 to the 131. Then you had the 160 to the 170. Those two areas were really busy. And then you had the stretch down through the city that had a few mishaps. But overall, no serious injuries. That was a blessing.
As we look at this, measles, you don't hear that much about it, but we've had 4 states now that are reporting measles breakouts. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania being one of those cities in this. Is it like when you and I were kids, you had to go get your shot before you could go to school?
We had a booster shot for that.
I'm not sure of how Virginia, New Jersey, some of the states in Pennsylvania, of those reporting on this, of having folks getting sick on it.
Do they still do a measles shot?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Man, it's a lot going on with that. This is what's spooky. Sometimes you ought not fool with things you ought not fool with, should you not? Yeah. China comes to mind here as we look at this, as they're creating a virus, and it's that COVID thing that they're still in these labs fooling with. And they say that this strand will attack the brain and has a 100% kill rate. Don't fool with this stuff because it can slip out. We saw it.
Yeah, it wasn't a bat eating something.
It ends up, everything was true. That's why they're so mad at Fauci. He knew the entire time, and
he owned part of the company.
That might be why. What do you think? I thought we really had laws in America, and finally Congress passed it where they can't play in the stock market. But if you are in a law, you should not be able to make money off of your decisions that you make.
No.
Because that's insider trading, isn't it?
At 100%.
I mean, didn't Martha meet Snoop somewhere? She went to jail.
She went to jail
I don't
for
know.
insider trading.
And I'm not so sure that hers was all that bad now, looking back.
Somebody called and says, look, I don't think this company's doing too hot. I'd get out of it. So she sold.
She went to jail over it.
Yeah, because somebody said, well, if that's the case, then all these people who do this for a living,
and
that's insider trading. I mean, come on. But Fauci.
But also, let's look at this. They found cocaine in the White House and couldn't figure out who did it, with the most state-of-the-art building that exists in this world with more cameras, and you can't figure out who put what down.
And y'all got him on camera for doing it. Look, you can't tell me that you ain't got him on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Taking his bag of cocaine and putting it in there.
I think we've been told a fib.
You know.
Can we prove it? No, we'll never see the video footage from it.
No, but I mean, it's amazing how many people out there believe, oh, well, that wasn't him. Okay. Here, I got some land for you to sell. It's on top of somebody else's, but it doesn't matter. Come on, people.
Word is that if Nikki doesn't do well in New Hampshire, it's over for her. It's over for her anyway. Before it even arrives. But who will be the number 2 person? Trump even told him, once that come out, let's just end this.
Yeah, come on, let's quit bickering amongst the party. Nikki could have had another job if she'd have kept her mouth shut.
I'm going to show you this picture because this is how America is going. This particular item, and this is Walmart nationwide, and I hadn't seen it in Meridian, but these larger cities, you understand there are some products in electronics that are expensive that have to be locked up.
Yeah.
But this one may shock you as to what they're having to lock up. It's underwear. Really.
behind lock and key.
Behind lock and key because so many items are being stolen. Now, this is directly from Daily Mail as they posted pictures of the behind-the-scenes pictures of what's going on. I mean, really? Underwear?
They're going to move to the point where
And
people
socks.
shop off of line.
Socks. Look at this.
Well, I can't tell you the price of socks and undershirts and all that has gone outrageous.
I hadn't priced it. Well, it just magically appears in my drawer. I'm not gonna lie.
It's
I have
just
no
there.
clue. It's just there when I go in
Yeah,
there.
they're not cheap.
I hope you ain't got a pair of these.
No.
But apparently you can buy these at Wally World. Is that what? Target has these.
Oh, well, never mind. I won't get them. Terry says Walmart locks up their eyelashes. You know, so you can have them long ones.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Hello.
I've seen a few cars with that on the front of them. I think you have too.
That way.
If things don't slow down, each businesses, the retail businesses, even locally, will end up being an online store where it's shipped to you, or you come in front of the store and pick it up, and you don't shop inside. It's all paid for before you arrive.
Yeah.
That day may come. That may be the storefront. May be a thing of the past eventually.
They're working on that now. They're testing it by allowing you to order stuff and then come pick it up. Just like they tried this stuff out the other day with pro football. You know, I know you don't watch the NFL, but they said, "Hey, you know what? We're gonna test this out with this Peacock, and we're gonna
NBC?
see." Yeah, but they didn't do it on TV.
Mm-hmm.
You had to go to their streaming service if you had Peacock and watch the playoff game. That wasn't just for them to see if Peacock would buy them money. It was to see how many of y'all would run to the internet and purchase Peacock to watch that ball game. And now they're going to start. Don't be surprised.
You're stuck with it for X amount of time now, and it put the revenue up.
That's right. Don't be surprised if you got the NFL ticket. You pay $100 a year to watch this behind the scenes and all the games and all that stuff. Don't be surprised if it doesn't cost you $250 a year to watch any NFL, which is fine with me. I don't care. I still watch the Saints, and I like Kansas City Chiefs just because of Mahomes. I like to watch that kid play because I like the way he plays. But other than that, you charge me a dime. You won't see Odie up there no more.
Alan Yates joining us from Channelview, Texas, and he goes, "Yep, underwear is locked up here." I guess I need to go walk around and look. I just have not paid attention lately. It was tough for me to go find a rotisserie chicken for my mama the other day. I had to get that, and I got a little help along the way. Everybody and their brother wanted one.
Well, they're good.
Yeah, they are. But I got her that one. Scott still boycotting the NFL. There's lots. No watch for sure, Gail says. I just can't come to it. As much as I like Dak Prescott, and I do, I think he's a good guy.
But he's not much of a player right now.
Has he ever really been?
Not
Since he left
really.
state?
Yeah, for about 2 years.
Because I missed it all.
Yeah, now he's just making $9 million a year, so who cares?
The last game I watched him, he wouldn't make him at like $200,000 a year.
Yeah.
That's been a long
Not
time.
no more.
I don't know about Adam Sandler. What's he done?
I don't either. Bob says NFL, no freaking loyalty. I agree with that.
NASCAR becoming the same way.
I've
One of
quit
those.
watching.
I'm not going to watch NASCAR either.
No.
You have a lot of execs running things now, and it's not for the people anymore.
And then here you are with college football. I've said this on here numerous times, and I've always felt it. When you're a tax-funded college, your football team should not be on a paid network. No one out there. Now, we've got ESPN at the house, and we've got this other stuff. But no college football should be aired on anything else except free TV.
I agree with that. Something that is a public service to the people.
100%. I don't think it should be on a paid network. And then here's the thing. If you want a free scholarship, what state you come from? Because that's the state you're going to play ball in. And then once you pick what college you're going to go to, you're not swapping.
I'm with you on this.
Hello.
We could really simplify things and get rid of red tape pretty quick there.
Well, yeah, and make it common sense. Like you play football for West Lauderdale. You didn't come from Northeast or Southeast. If you play football for West Lauderdale, your butt lives in West Lauderdale District. If you play for Southeast, your butt lives in Southeast District.
Yeah, and that's the way it ought to be.
You want to play football and you're from Mississippi, you're going to a Mississippi college to play football, unless you want to pay your way.
And Jamie, you're right. Schools do get a lot of money out of that. We do that.
Tough.
But it all goes to coaches like Nick Saban that make $93 million for 8 years. You know, I will never think that is where that money should be going.
I don't either. I don't care where the money. Well, that was the boosters, but tough. It's an educational institution.
And college tuition has gotten so high that in a lot of cases these days that means nothing when you get out. Just because you got a college education does not mean what it did years ago. It's quickly becoming a world of, do you have a trade? Because we have so many that have gone and been, well, they don't know anything when they get out. And I'm not trying to be ugly by any means, but those are the facts that happen in America every day.
It's getting,
It's time to
somebody
go.
says we need 2 hours. We're working on another little program that you might enjoy.
That's coming.
Golly, I tell you, we've had a blast being with y'all this
Sure
morning.
have.
It's been great. Stay warm, stay safe. One thing I can always be assured of is my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I fail and I fall short of Him daily, but I always ask for Him to help get me closer to Him day by day and forgive me of my sins. And that's what my loving Father does for me, and I know that's what He can do for you. Put a little Jesus in your heart today. He'll change your life. We'll see y'all in 23 hours. Have a great day. Until then, ta-ta.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.